On Tuesday, March 5th, Konami announced that the headlining ultimate rare for the next OTS pack will be the iconic Exodia the Forbidden One. And you know what I have to say about that? No! No! It is in my personal opinion, Exodia does not deserve an ulti. In my opinion, OTS ultis should be competitively relevant thing since this is a set made for competitive players. And for that reason, I have compiled a list of the top 10 cards that I believe deserve an ulti other than this asshole. And if you disagree, yeah, sure, why not? This is just for a little fun. If you think Exodia deserves the ulti, of course it does. Everything does. I love ultis, and I would like to take a few minutes to talk about which cards in the current format I think deserve them the most. So without further ado, let's get started. So to start things off at number 10, we have Boral Savage Dragon. Seriously, how the fuck have none of the Boral gotten an ultimate rare? These are some of the most popular generically splashable boss monsters of the past several years. All of them look badass. They're all popular and iconic and have been used in tons of different decks. And I think we should rectify this by giving Mr. Omni Negator himself the ultimate treatment. Why? Because, well, synchro ultis just look cool, and I think that red and white body would look so good with the ulti styling. So for number 9, some of you may think this is a bit of a troll pick, but I quite like it. I think Gura Wings of Resonant Light should get an ulti. Now, many of you may be saying, why? People just use this for Super Poly. 2 reasons. 1, it is currently the most used fusion in the meta, and I'm trying to get a little variety here in what kind of cards get ultis. And 2, can you honestly say it would not be funny as hell after you Super Poly someone and fuck their whole board up to bust Sexy Max Rarity Mutant Chicken Thing? Come on, people. Let's have a little fun here, and let's piss the opponent off even more. So for number 8, we have one that to me just kind of makes sense. We have Super Star Slayer Typhon Sky Crisis. Why is this here? Well, Zeus got an ulti. This guy's supposed to fight Zeus. I want my ulti Sky Crisis to fight someone's ulti Zeus. Is that too much to ask? That just feels like it makes sense to me. Come on, Konami. You know what to do. So for number 7, we not only have our other synchro pick, we have arguably the modern day synchro monster. It's Baronne de Fleur. Why doesn't this thing have an ulti? This card was so iconically strong and iconically expensive forever that we're all like, of course it's going to get an ulti. Why wouldn't it get an ulti? And it didn't. Yeah, I got all the rarity collection stuff, but so did other things on this list, and not enough. I need my classic style ulti, and I need this girl's armor to be clad in that special foiling. I think it would just be beautiful. So for number 6, people, it's time to fix one of the biggest crimes in Yu-Gi-Oh history. And that is that Fire King Island is a common in both printings. It should never have been a common. This is one of the most powerful archetypal field spells in the game. You save the Ash for this. And it deserves the ulti. Like, in what universe do all these other cards get ultis and not something this powerful? It is earned, it is deserved, and it is time to fix the mistakes of the past. Coming in at number 5 is a card I weirdly respect. Apart from the fact that the thing just looks cool, I think World Sea Dragonzantis would make a pretty good ulti. I'm always in favor of more Link ultis because we just have so fucking few. And you know what? I like what this card has kind of been used for over the past few years. I liked using it in Draco Slayer to reset my Ignisters. We see Marincess use it for both locks as well as resetting effects. We see it work its way into the meta. I think this is one of those cards that just, it's so weirdly simplistic but impactful. It leads to a lot of fun experimentation, and I think it's the kind of card that really just deserves a little something. I feel like Konami just treat this guy like he exists. He got to be a secret in a set where anything that wasn't tier was irrelevant, and then like you just got a tin reprint. Come on, let's give this guy his time. Coming in at number 4, I think this would be hilarious. I want Snake Eye Ash to get an ulti. Now, many of you are saying there's a ton of like QCRs and max rarity shit for the Snake Eye deck. Not enough. I demand, if you are max raritying this deck, I demand you must suffer. You must have to get 3 copies of this dude in ulti. The blue flames would look so sick. And also, as a hero fan, there's something kind of fun about your starter. The main thing you want to start your combos with being like one of the most sexy looking cards you can get. Just boom, you walk in, you throw your dick on the table. That is what Snake Eye Ash brings to this. And at number 3, we have another Link pick. And this one's a little bit interesting. So I want Appaloosa to get an ulti, but not the regular art. I want the art of just the girl with the bow to get an ulti. Why? Because her with the bear got the starlight. I think it would be kind of fun if you then sort of twisted it around and like this gets the ulti, and then like next time you do a rarity, do it with the bear, and then reverse again and reverse. And also, I think this is a pretty card. We always make the joke about like this being the waifu art, but it's really pretty. I love the background. I do love the girl's design. I know it's always like, is Appaloosa the girl or the bow? Who cares? It just looks cool, and I think it would be really neat. Coming in at number 2 is a card that I honest to God did not realize did not have an ulti, but I think for its sheer bizarre history in this game should get it. Number 2 is Linkuriboh. So here's the thing about Linkuriboh. For those of you who don't know, this was a Shonen Jump promo that, due to the demand for this thing, nearly destroyed Shonen Jump's ability to release promo cards. This thing was so hard to get. Tournaments and regionals had to like create weird cutoff dates as to if you could use it, and there was a ton of like bootlegs going around, and it was scalped to fuck. I think part of the reason Shonen Jump stopped producing cards is they didn't want another headache like this again. But since then, this card has always found its weird, wacky way into various metas. Rather it's current being used to dodge hand traps with various Snake Eye cards, rather it's being used for really good and solid link climbing back in the day, and even just some other weird, unique strategies. I think Linkuriboh is one of those cards that's really interesting when you take a little bit and just learn about its competitive history. It's a card that's always been pretty relevant, and I mean, it's the Kuriboh of the Vrains era. Let him have it. His feet look like computer mice. He's cute. I like it. Just do it. So, number 1 is, of course, the most generic one. The one we've been wanting for years. And there's a reason for it. Because why the fuck does Ash not have an ulti? Again, it just got a bunch of shit in Rarity Collection. Not enough. This is the most used card in the game, and has been since the day it came out. Even when it dips because certain metas are not necessarily great for it, you're either citing it or you're maining it because at the very least, you can Ash something. This is a card that has changed the way we refer to negating effects, because nowadays you just say Ash it for anything. It is the card that changed the way we viewed hand traps. Ash is one of the most important meta-defining Yu-Gi-Oh cards of all time. And the entirety of its existence, we have sat here wondering, where is its ulti? Ghost Ogre got one. Reaper got one. Why has she not gotten one? It's time. If you're gonna give it to Exodia, give it to the card that deserves it more than any others. Also, I want it to be this artwork. I don't want it to be any of the feet shit. It's bad enough the internet ruined that for me. But yeah, no, this was my list. Like I said, this was just for a little fun. talking about the ultis I want to happen. Will they happen? Who knows? Should they even happen? Fuck if I know. Give me your thoughts and your list in the comment section below. And as always, click to like, click to subscribe, and join me next time where we can see if any of these happen.